Welcome to this edition of the Luke Winstall Show. My next guest is a four-star cornerback out of Washington who has a really awesome-looking offer list. Just picked up one from LSU. He's got Notre Dame, Oregon, USC, Washington, and many more to his name. In the class of 2023, top 130 national prospect, elite cornerback, Caleb Presley joins me on the show. Caleb, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Doing great. Thank you, Caleb. Really excited to talk with you today.
I'm excited too. Man, I've been looking forward to talking to you.
We'll begin. I'm curious about your story, first off, on the field when it comes to football, coming up through the state of Washington, playing at FSP, or how would you describe your journey from coming up and getting to this point of being a top recruit?
I'll describe my journey as nothing more than blessed. I think God has given me favor from the beginning until the point that I'm at now. I've just been blessed with opportunities to be around great people, just being around people like Tracy Ford and FSP, a program that's pushed me to get better and pushing past my mental threshold and pushed me into being the athlete that I am today. I've had great support systems around me, like my father, my mother, my sister, my brother. A whole lot of my family just pushes me to be better, and I can be nothing more than grateful.
When it comes to football, when did you first get started in the game?
I started playing football 6 years old, but it even goes back further than that. I just grew up with the ball in my hand. I've always seen my older brother. He started off playing football for the Kid Knights, a local football team in my area, and I grew up playing at my grandma's house in her backyard. We all lived together at one point in time, and we just stayed together in one home. And that's really where I found my love for football, was playing with my older cousins and competing with them.
And when it comes to overall your journey to getting to be a top prospect, I'm sure that it hasn't always been easy. What are some things that you had to work through or overcome to get to where you are now?
Man, it's been a long journey. Nothing about this process has been easy. It takes a lot of hard work, dedication, and consistency. I just never gave up. I went through a lot of hardships growing up. I've had both parents, never had the most, but they always provided what I needed. I went through ups and downs. I've had to live and move around with family members and live with cousins and grow up with a tight family because that's all we had growing up. And I think that's something that I had to push through and had to learn that this is who I do it for. Just looking around me, I see all the motivation around me when I look at my family. They motivate me to be a better person every day. I think that losing my auntie 2 years ago was something that was very stressful for my family because it was a big piece that was holding us together. She was the glue, she was the foundation, and she was like a second mom to me. So that's something that meant a lot to me. That's somebody who I do it for. I do it for my auntie Yana, rest in peace. And that's just part of the hardships and one of the reasons why I play football to this day.
Got you. I'm sorry to hear about your aunt.
It's all good. She's looking over me right now, smiling. So nothing to be mad about.
Well, now when it comes to your game and who you are on the field, how would you break down the way that you play and your style of play?
I'll break down my style of play as more of an intellectual corner. I feel like I understand the game in depth more than a lot of people do. I feel like a lot of the X's and O's that goes into the game is something that I value. I value the game because I love it. I grew up playing the ball. I grew up playing ball my whole life, and it's something that became second nature to me. I feel like I do great in man-to-man coverage, press coverage, off-man, just learning different things as I go on. But I would say you put me on an island against anybody, and I promise I'll come out on top. And that's just how I feel. I feel like I'm better than whoever's in front of me.
Okay, awesome. I like that. Okay, well, when you look at comparisons for people that have not seen you yet, who would you say your style of play might be similar to that's in college or the NFL?
I would compare my style of play to more of a Jalen Ramsey type. I try to use the length that I have on the field, and I love the way he carries himself on the field, the confidence, the swag. It's not too over the top, but he's just confident where he goes on the field. And I feel like that's something that I pride myself on, just being confident, not cocky, but everywhere I move, I have that dog in me. Like, nobody's going to get me on this rep, or I feel like everywhere I go, I feel like I put in more work than whoever's in front of me. So
I'm curious, do you talk like Jalen Ramsey? You a trash talker out there?
Oh, I'm definitely gonna do a lot of barking. You know, it's the dog in me. It's gonna come out every time I'm on the field. I always say I'm a different person. So I'm a great person off the field, but on the field, I'm definitely gonna let my talk be heard.
Okay, okay, awesome. In terms of recruiting, you've blown up, and especially lately this summer, you've had offers pouring in. Just a couple of days ago, or it might have been yesterday, you had that LSU offer come in. When you look at your discovery from coaches taking it way back to the beginning of recruiting, who first found you and what was that moment like?
It was huge for me. I know growing up playing football, just wanting to play on the collegiate level has always been something that's been a dream of mine. Nevada was my first offer, and I got that call, and it kind of just sparked something in me just to keep working harder. You know, I never got satisfied on this journey, and to this day, I'm still not satisfied. I know I'm blessed to have 24 offers. You know, I don't try to get too caught up in the numbers. I just try to get caught up in the work. You know, I just stayed down, kept my head down, and kept working. You know, and I think that's what's really gotten me to where I am today is just hard work and dedication.
Caleb, one thing that really impresses me about you is your willingness to contribute to the community off the field. You worked with Feeding Our Community in June and helped serve over 400 people. You're hosting a camp with the Be Different Foundation, which is going to be a free summer youth football camp coming later this month. We'll begin first off with what motivates you to, off the field, go and try to serve your community first off.
Man, it's a whole lot of things that motivate me. I feel like it took a village to raise me. You know, I grew up in the inner city, grew up in South Seattle, moved around, you know, lived in the city for a little bit, came to Federal Way around a younger age, and I feel like that's where I found my home. And a lot of people who helped supported me, like the programs, like the Rainier Ravens, for instance, I've decided to place my camp at Genessee Park where I used to practice at for the Rainier Ravens. So it's all about giving back to the community who served me, you know, and it's something that I wanted to push for. You know, I'm more than excited that I got 100 registrations in 48 hours, and that was something that showed me I got the support from my people in my community, that they supported me to this day. And that's something that warms my heart. And, you know, it's just something that I just pride myself on because I want to serve my community and I want to see my community transform. You know, there's a lot of things that's wrong with my community to this day. A lot of people out here dying, a lot of people out here moving and turning the wrong way. And I just want to see my community be great. You know, I want to see my people come together, how they came together and supported me on the field, supported me through my foundation, supported me through giving back and feeding people in the community, because I know how hard it can get when family's all you got and you can't provide for them, you know. And I think that a big part of why I do the thing that I do today is because my family didn't have a lot of the things that I wanted growing up. So the fact that I have the opportunity to give back and I have a platform to use to give back and serve, I mean, it's just God's mission, you know. I'm just doing God's work. You know, He's put me here to do this mission for Him, and I feel like now it's time for me to fulfill it and give back to all the people who gave back to me.
Wow. And one thing that was most impressive to me, I think, is you're hosting a football camp on August 22nd with the Be Different Foundation free summer youth football camp. So how did that come about for you, that idea, and going about making that happen?
This is something that's been in the plans since my sophomore year. I know I spoke to my dad. I told him, I was like, man, I don't know what it is, but I feel like I have the need and I feel like I have the want to go give back to my community. And I came up with the idea back in December of last year, actually. It was around the time we was going through it when my aunt passed. And I was like, I just want to run a camp for the kids, you know, football, and give back to all the people who came and supported me. And my dad was the one who kind of laid the foundation, was like, you know, if you're going to do it, you got to do it all the way and give back. And this is something that I told my dad, I was like, I want this to be free. You know, I'm giving all the kids T-shirts. They're going to have T-shirts printed on it. I have a lot of people supporting me, like FSP. We're going to be out there supporting. You know, I have a lot of the football teams. The Rainier Ravens are going to be out there supporting. C-Tech Sharks are going to be there supporting. So it's going to be a whole lot of movement in my inner city with support. And this is something that I just wanted to give back to my own. You know, I have a lot, and I feel like there's no reason I should tax people in my community to have a great time. This is something that everybody can come together, have a great time, enjoy each other in the community, see a bunch of smiles on each other's faces, and just play ball, because that's what it's all about. This is what puts a smile on my face every day, is the fact that I get to live out my dream and play football. So seeing kids out here smile in the community is going to be something great on August 22nd. And I have a big surprise waiting for you guys all, so stay tuned.
All right. Awesome. Well, what'll be going down on August 22nd? What all do you have planned?
August 22nd, I told you guys I have over 100 registrations. We hit our number, we hit our limit. We have extra shirts waiting for whoever shows up. It's always welcome. Anybody from the community can come show up, come support. There's going to be music. There's going to be food. There's going to be games. There's going to be competition. There's going to be a whole lot of running around. There's going to be a whole bunch of drills set up from elite athletes. I haven't announced it yet, but this is the first time you guys are going to hear it. I'm going to have some of the top high school prospects in the state of Washington there, all supporting the camp. Josh Connolly, Jabari Johnson, Jaden Wayne, Jaden Lamar, Jalen Green, just to name a few. All these guys have stars. Josh Connolly, 5-star, Jabari, 4-star, Jaden Wayne, 5-star, Jalen Lamar, 4-star. So these are all friends of my community, friends and family in my community that are going to be supporting the movement. And I think that's something that's really special. And for the kids to come being around high school prospects that they look up to, like how I looked up to high school prospects when I was younger, I think it's going to be something that's really dope for the community.
That sounds like a great time. What are you looking forward to most?
I'm just looking forward to pushing the agenda of Chiari awareness. That's the whole reason why I started it. And back to mention, when I thought about this camp, I just kept thinking about my mom and things that she goes through, because she has Chiari, and it's something that's affected our life. She's disabled from work. She can't work, can't lift things. So I kind of have to carry the weight in the family and move things around and help her out. So I think it's something that needs a lot more attention, a lot more awareness in the community, because we support breast cancer awareness in October. And, I love it. I love wearing the pink in October. I love supporting all the people who have breast cancer awareness and making them feel special when they're out there in the crowd watching this. And I think the month of September, there's a lot of people who have Chiari who's watching football and enjoy the game of football, and they don't get the same type of support from their friends, family, and fans. And I think my mom is my biggest support. And I feel like rocking that purple in September, rocking the purple and supporting to feel like there's somebody special is something that I feel strongly about. So yeah, Chiari awareness is definitely at the forefront of this vision, and I think that this is something I want to see everybody wearing purple by the time September rolls around.
All right, that sounds awesome. So wearing purple in September, do you have any plans for yourself when your high school season comes around? What are you going to be wearing or sporting?
Yes, sir. You guys can watch the first game of the season. I'll be wearing some custom Chiari cleats with my mom's favorite verse on it. It's going to have Joshua 19 on the front and a purple ribbon that says Chiari awareness on the back. So this has been a lot that's gone into it, and I think that supporting the foundation, supporting my mom is definitely going to be something that is special to see when I play on Friday nights.
Awesome. Well, Caleb, good luck with everything going forward. Can't wait for your camp and everything that you're going to be doing in your future. A very bright one. Thank you for your time today. That's all the questions I have for you.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate you.